up, everybody? What up, everybody? Let's talk about it. It's April Dawn. What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. Let's talk about it. What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. Let's talk about it. This is Insecure, Season 5, Episode 1. Okay, so we are back for Season 5. This is the final season of Insecure. We have grown to love this show. We have grown up with this show. We have discovered things about ourselves with this show. So I'm going to be sad to see the show go, but I do know that some of these storylines have to be concluded, y'all. We cannot keep going on and on around the bend with Issa and Lawrence, okay? We have got to come to some type of resolution for this relationship, okay? And we ain't starting off on a good foot, so I don't want to waste no time. Let's go ahead and get into it. So we start off this episode with Tiffany, Kelly, and Derek. They're in the car. They're talking about this trip they're making back to homecoming, or it's a 10-year reunion, I think, from college. And so they're going there, and they're talking about Issa and Molly and they drama they got going on between them. Each one of them has different things going on. How Molly was taking all these sad-ass selfies and posting quotes and things of that nature because she's trying to get over Andrew. Now we didn't see what the conclusion was of their relationship was at the end of last season, but now we can see that they definitely have broke up. I wonder if we will see him this episode. I wonder if we're going to see him this season. We definitely are going to see Nathan. They decide it's going to be no mess, no drama. This weekend is for them, and they're not going to be all up in Molly and Issa mess this weekend. So we also see Issa arriving, leaving the airport, and she's getting into a car. She gets into the wrong car. Okay, you thought you was a baller bitch, but just yet. Okay, sis. So she found her right car, and she makes it out to Stanford, and her and Molly have on the same shirt. The baby's crying. Let me go. Okay. I gotta be a mom. Sorry, guys. You know that I'm trying to do something. And then you just don't want me to do nothing. I mean, I don't listen. I'm getting fed up. I'm about to put you on the front porch. And let somebody come and get you. I'm gonna put you out there. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. What you say, boo? He's slobbing all over his stuff, y'all. Just pray for my baby, because that slobber demon. Okay. All right, so the baby's back. He won't be quiet. He does this every time I try to make a video. Okay, so her and Molly arrive, and they're wearing the same sweatshirt, which I thought was cute, but not cute, because it's very awkward. They still are not back where they were in their friendship before, and things are kind of just like like when you and your friend fall out, and y'all just trying to tentatively get back into the friendship. It's kind of like that. Y'all just ignore the smoke detector. If you hear it in the background, just try to ignore that, because I'm about to move, so I'm not replacing no batteries, because child, I'm finna be gone. Okay. We can see that Molly is in therapy, and she has bought in. She says this weekend is a time for herself to, reconnect and kind of, be free again. And, she's really like buying into this therapy thing, which is cool or whatever. When they get in the room, they discover that people think that Kelly is dead, child. They got it in remembrance of Kelly. In remembrance of Kelly. So everybody thinks she dead, and she's like, you know what, this might not be a bad thing. I might want to try some other identities this weekend. What killed me with the whole remembrance thing was like, girl, nobody see you in the room like you're alive. People knew who you were. I mean, they might not have known anything about you personally, but they knew what you look like. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody ain't recognized you yet, but that just show you how much people don't be paying attention and people be clocked out or whatever. So Molly kind of pulls Kelly aside and asks her, about how long did it take her and Tiffany to get back? Like good. And she was like, you got to be fake back before you back. And that's no lie. It take a minute to let that person get back close to you again. Just want to take some time. Y'all need to just chill and just be patient about it. But we know Molly, child. Molly gonna press, bitch. Somebody say take time, and she gonna press the gas. So, as the girls talking and reminiscing about this rap group they used to have or whatever, they see this girl over there. The girl is like, hey, what's up? I forgot what her name was, but she was a part of the rap group. So, they sing the song talking about drop the baby out. Drop that baby out. Hey, drop that baby out. Ooh, drop that baby out. Drop him off. Drop him off. Drop. Look at him slobbing right. You better slobber. Come on, boo. And slobber, honey. Do it. It was a little cute moment. It was a cute moment, okay? So they was talking about the guys, and then we're talking about how makeup parties be smelling like ass. And y'all, I died laughing because as a person who went to a school, now Stanford is not an HBCU, obviously, but they have, Greek chapters of the Divine Nine on their campus, right? So there was this big controversy. Side note, there was this big controversy about Amanda Seals wearing the AKA colors, and she had a shield on, but her hair covered it up, so you didn't see the shield. What y'all need to know is that before they do anything on TV, they have to get approval from the grand chapter or the corporate office, right? Because everything associated with sororities and fraternities is trademarked, so you cannot just put it on TV. Even when they was on a different word, if you notice, only the people who had letters, who were actually a part of Greek organizations, wore the letters. Everybody else just kind of wore the colors. I'm pretty sure that they got clearance for this, so they followed the rules. So some random AKA was like, oh, she has our crest on and da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, girl, mind the business that's in your chapter, okay? Mind the business in your chapter, because I'm pretty sure it's above your pay grade to approve things like this. We wouldn't even see it on the TV. We wouldn't even see it on our TV if it wasn't approved by the corporate office. And I'm not an AKA, just so y'all know. I'm a Zeta, but it's the same rules apply. I said all that to say, makeup parties do be smelling like ass crack because the niggas be having their ass out. And everybody know they nasty. It's an element of nastiness. They might toss you up in the air, like a stripper. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's an adventure going to these damn old makeup parties. But I thought that shit was funny to me. I cackled. You see, Molly is hanging out with the guys. They talking to the guys, and everybody kind of walk away. They kind of trying to hook her up with Omari. I guess he's divorced now. So Derek makes sure to make that announcement before he walks away. And so her and Omari get to talk. Apparently, they used to be, friends with benefits back in the day. And, he was like, I guess they trying to hook me up or whatever. And, whatever the case may be. He was cute, but how Molly is. She don't even like him. She's not even thinking about him. But automatically, because he's single, she automatically is now thinking about him, and she even brings that up later on in the episode. Okay. Kelly sees herself on the remembrance video that pop up, and they was like, she had the best stanky leg, and I didn't know her, but I know she was allergic to kale. You can tell she's feeling some type of way about how she has been remembered, even though she ain't even dead, okay? And the stanky leg come on, and who can resist doing the stanky leg?
Bitch, I'm wild. Do the stanky leg. Hey.
Okay? Who can resist the stanky leg? Who can resist the stinking leg? I can't. We see Issa talking to her throwback self in the mirror, which this whole scene was really cute. She was asking about everything, how you know a girl in life. She's like, I'm doing X, Y. Oh, bitch, I knew you was going on. I knew you was going to do it, girl. She kind of pep talked herself a little bit. Look at her hair. Her hair was cute. She was like, let me see them abs, though. Let me see them abs. She was like, damn, what happened? Where did I go wrong? She tells her, start this thing, call it Instagram. Pictures on the internet, okay? On this app. Old self was like, what's an app, bitch? What are you talking about? It's 2000, you know what I'm saying? 5, nigga, I don't know what you're talking about. Now you ain't gonna be knocking my paper off the thing now. Wait a minute. You got something you want to say to the people? Say hello, everybody. Say hey. Everybody, what's up? Say hey. Yeah. Say hey. Say hey, everybody. I hope my mic not making no sounds, y'all. I'm sorry. I am kind of pushing up on it a little bit. Oh, he don't want to talk no more. Oh, Issa speaks at a panel. That's the whole reason they're there, is because she got invited to a panel on entrepreneurship. And so she's speaking to the people very awkwardly about entrepreneurship and how she feels about it. And they misnamed the name of her company. They call it Blow CC instead of the Block. But the way it's set up, it kind of do look like Blow CC a little bit, So she was like, well, I went wrong with my branding because it certainly is called The Block and not Blow CC. And so they didn't even get that. But they asked her a question about wasting her time. And she's basically says that, or how do you know that you've been down the right career path? And so she's like, basically you don't know. You could wake up one day and you have been working at something for a very long time or doing something for a very long time and just realize this is all wasted time, you know. And it was kind of depressing, but it was real though. And I think that she was doubly talking about Lawrence. Now that I think about the whole episode, I do think that she was speaking about Lawrence in that realization as well, right? So she kind of felt bad. She didn't feel as accomplished as she should have felt, you know, sitting up there with those fellow entrepreneurs, because she knows, you know, and they asked another thing about like when you stopped working or when did you knew you was on the right career path. That was the question. The answers were like when I stopped working my regular job, when people were calling me for this, you know, that's how I knew. And you know, she still works several jobs. She works for Lyft, you know, she's still managing an apartment complex, so she kind of started to feel small in that space or whatever. After everything, she kind of feels bad about everything and she's not feeling good, and Molly kind of senses that, and so instead of going off with Tiffany to the AKA event, she decides to go with her. So they go and they have some drinks and they start talking, and it's mostly Molly talking a lot at first. And I can understand why Issa would be so standoffish, because Molly is the one that was telling her, you're selfish, you're this, you're that. You know, she was like accusing her. So, you know, you don't, and then when she was talking about her man, it's like, girl, you didn't want me to say shit about your man. Girl, you didn't want me to say shit about your man before, and now you want to talk about your man. Like, I could see how that would be like, oh my God, I don't know if I should say nothing. That's why she was like, you know, she was kind of treading lightly. It's still in that awkward space, right? Going on and on about Omari, and he got divorced, and why did he get divorced? Was it her fault or was it his fault? She's worried about this shit too much. Even she's like, you see, I wasn't even thinking anything about this man, and as soon as I found out he was divorced and he was single, now I've been thinking about him all day. And Issa was like, you need to chill. Go with the flow. That's the Molly I used to like. You wasn't even into him. You didn't even like that boy. He liked you. You talking a lot, baby. You real loud. So she said that, you know, that boy, you didn't even like that boy. You was just going with the flow because he wanted to be with you or whatever. So you was getting you some when you got you some, girl. You wasn't worried about his ass, okay? So don't be worried about his ass now. He then tells Issa that she wish she could keep it real like her, you know, and Issa's like, man, you know, I bombed, basically, like, I was up there looking crazy. She was like, no, that's brave, like, you was real as hell, you know what I mean? It ain't what people wanted to hear, but you was real, like, I wish I could be like that. You were inspiring. I thought Molly was laying it on a little bit thick. For as much as you talked about Issa last season, you laying it on kind of thick, sis. But I guess you trying to get back friendly. Issa and Molly reminisce about how they became friends and how, you know, she saw Molly. Molly was cursing out some white people because they thought they were student athletes or something like that when they was doing some shit they ain't had no business doing. But it was funny, though. And she was like, I want to be friends with her or whatever. And she was like, you used to be like that. You know how we used to be, carefree when you're young, and when you're young, you know, and in college, you just be free, honey. You say whatever. You have so much confidence. Things are so different from when you get older and those insecurities really set in as an adult, right? He asks her if they're going to be okay. And she says, you know, I really want it to be cool. Like, I want us to be cool again. And Issa is kind of looking at her. She's not really giving an answer right now, but you can tell that she's, you know, she following her. She picking up what you know, Molly putting down. You understand what I'm saying? Kelly in the car, she pissed about this tribute, honey. They finna go to a party. This girl from the rap group that invited them to a party. So they going to the party. Kelly is pissed, and the girl's like, let's stop at the liquor store. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop at the liquor store and get some liquor before we go so we don't have to pay for the club or whatever. And you can see in the car that Kelly is feeling some type of way because she like, everything I do is a joke to y'all. So I hope that we get some deeper storyline from Kelly, which I think this is where they're going with it. And they go in there and they come out and they about to get robbed, child. This nigga walk up on them with a gun. He like, give me everything you got. And the girl that was with, I think her name was Shelly or something like that. And so they going back and forth. And the girl Shelly, she doing the absolute most. She screaming, hollering about to fall out. I was like, oh my God, girl, you doing the most. But then the man called her name. I said, child, get out of here. They know each other. This shit is a whole setup. So they done set them up to get robbed. Issa tried to give her shoes, but she was like, nah, girl, you keep them shoes. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. I said, damn. Issa, why you let them do you like this? So Issa, she didn't want Issa's shoes. They got in the car and they were talking about the shit and like trying to tell Tiffany and Kelly what happened. Right, and then Kelly did say something smart to Tiffany. Like, she was like, well, what did you do? And Tiffany and Kelly was like, not enough. Like that. I was like, uh-oh. And so, you know, she got smart. Or they were trying to recall the story and tell her the story, right? But the story they was laughing. They couldn't get everything out. So everybody started laughing. And at that moment, we felt things come back to our friendship, the friendship that we used to have. Okay, so we was like, we gonna be all right. They gonna be all right, y'all. They gonna be good. And so after that, everybody's going home. We get the montage of everybody going back home. Tiffany with Derek and the baby, and then you get Molly. I don't know what Molly was doing. Oh, she was looking in the mirror at herself. Molly was just looking in the mirror, bitch, being lonely, but happy she got her friend back. We see Issa is getting off the plane. She is arriving, and Kelly was doing something too. I think she was doing her podcast, which she has mentioned before, but I feel like since we get a deeper look into her this season, that we'll actually get to see her do the podcast. But Issa arrives, and Lawrence picks her up from the airport. We pretty much picked up where we left off, probably a little bit further down, you know, a few months have passed or whatever. So they get back to the her apartment, and he's getting out the car, like he's coming inside with her, and she stops and she's like, hey, you know, listen, I've been thinking. And, you know, she goes to talk, and he kind of cuts her off, and he's like, I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically, I don't want to talk. I already know what you're going to say. Meaning it is what it is. So, you know, I understand. And she just walks off, and he goes. And I felt a little bad for him. I heard a lot of people was like, she should have called the Uber if she was going to break up with him. But there's no right way to break up with somebody. If she would have did it on the phone, it would have been like, she could have at least told him in his face. Like, it's always going to be something wrong about breaking up with somebody and doing it. And my thing is, I'm sorry, but the onus of the conversation was not on Issa. It was on Lawrence. Lawrence, if we're going to talk about Issa's behavior since season 1, we're going to talk about Lawrence's behavior since season 1. And not much has changed. He has matured very little. And he still was out here screwing people with no condom on. So I don't care if it was 1 month, 3 months, or 6 months. Because it wasn't no damn year. I know that. So why you screwing this woman without no protection, and you're not 100% sure whether she on birth control or not? Who knows if Condola set this shit up, okay, to happen? I just don't know. So yeah, he hasn't matured that much, and although I love them together, I just love their relationship together. Now ain't the time. And if it was me, no time will be the time. Maybe when the baby was 10 years old. Okay, we both was old as shit. After you had been married and divorced, then maybe we get back together. You know what I'm saying? We can put the band back together, but nah, it's a no for me. So for right now, I'm sorry, Lawrence. You're gonna have to go pout somewhere else, baby, because that wouldn't work for me. We saw in the previews that Kofi's gonna be over here playing somebody funny. Nathan is coming back. We'll see a lot of him. So it'll be interesting to see how this season goes. I wonder if Molly's gonna redeem her. You know, her love life is trash. She reminds me of Joan a lot from Girlfriends. Just doing too much all the time. Can't never keep no man, girl. You doing too much. Okay, remind me of my damn self. Okay. Yeah, so I thought it was a great first opener episode. Kind of sad about Lawrence, but I'm glad they gave us a conclusion. They didn't drag the shit out for a whole season. Y'all just don't need to be together. That girl pregnant, she finna have a baby. You somebody baby daddy, not y'all. So, there's that. Okay? So I want to hear what y'all thought about this episode. Don't forget to like it, comment on it, and subscribe to it, honey. I'll be here y'all thought I was gonna take all week, huh? Y'all thought I was gonna take all week, but I surprised your ass, and I had the video up pretty soon. Okay, so boom, boom, and Queen's coming on tonight, and Queen Sugar coming on tonight. So I don't know, those will follow this week. Okay, I'm moving out at the end of this week. I still have not closed my house, y'all. It's like days. Like, I've done everything. The house is done. I've looked at it. I've signed the paperwork. I'm just waiting for them to get their shit together so that I can sign my paperwork. And I only got 1 more week left in this apartment, so y'all might see it at my baby daddy house. Okay, next week I'll be at Sean's house if I ain't moved in this house by this weekend. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but y'all just keep me lifted, okay? Because it's got to happen in these next few days. I got the money. I'm holding the check like this. Take it. Take my money. Okay. So I'm trying to get up in my house, y'all. So, yeah, I'm about to get off of here and get back to packing. I don't even have 1/4 of my apartment packed yet, y'all. So just pray for me. Okay. Just keep me lifted. All right. I'll holler at y'all next week. Peace.